What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. Hope everyone has had a great week. I am in my office. I'm actually getting ready to head out for 2 signings I have today. I was actually supposed to have 3, one at 10, one at 1, and then another at 2. My 1 and my 2 are actually like 5 minutes apart from each other, interestingly. And my 1 o'clock is like just a 90-page package. It's a purchase. So I'm not really too concerned about being able to get to my 2 o'clock on time. But, you know, as with a lot of cases, docs were late. I just got them in the middle of the night last night. So I printed them early this morning and prepped them. I actually never received docs for my 10 o'clock, and come to find out, the lender had an issue and had to fix some documents. So I don't know if I'm going to get those later today and have to do the signing this evening, or if I'll get them tonight and have to do the signing tomorrow. Either way, you know, it will get done, and that one is not too far from my house, maybe 10 minutes. So that's good. I was actually just heading out to my 1 o'clock, and the title company called me and said, hey, I need to send you a revised Alta and CD. Is that okay? And I said, well, you caught me just in time. I was just about to head out to that appointment. So I literally am sitting here and just got those, the email with the documents. So I'm going to print those now and head out the door to that appointment. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Heading into my first appointment. Got to walk a little bit. I'm in Jersey City, New Jersey, which again is right outside of New York City. Almost just bust my tail, y'all, on a sidewalk because somebody didn't put ice down, but it's all good. All right, heading to appointment number 2 for the day. So I'm actually running just a couple minutes late, but because this is kind of the city, it's really hard to find parking. So this signer, I think I'm meeting them in the lobby of their condo building, and so you know, we'll find a space there to do this particular signing. The last one went very smooth. It was a buyer package, like I said, so not even a big package. In fact, I like doing those kind of packages because they're, you know, not as intense and not as heavy. So I'll check back in with you guys once I'm out of this one. So I just got out of my second and last closing of the day. That one took a little longer, but not too crazy. I'm actually downtown Jersey City, where I used to work for 13 years. Actually, I'll leave that story for another vlog, but I'm literally, let me show you guys where I'm at. So I worked in this building right here for about 13 years. That right there is New York City. That's where the Twin Towers used to be, where Freedom Tower is now. So I am currently about to head home to drop off these documents. Good morning, y'all. It's Saturday morning. I actually have 2 signings today. I think this is the first time that I've signed on a Saturday, actually. So I have 2, one at 9 and then the other at 12. The one at 9 is about 10 minutes from my house. The one at 12 is a little further out. The one at 9 is actually the one I was supposed to do yesterday at 10. It got moved to today. So going to do that one, and then I have to do a scan back for that. And then I'll head to my 12, and then that'll be it for me for today for signings, and that will really more or less conclude my week.
Many hours later.
So I really thought today was going to be a normal day, you know, and go off without a hitch. You know, as I told you guys, I had a 9 o'clock and I had a 12 o'clock. So I'm actually just coming from my 12 o'clock. I just actually finished dropping that package off. Let me tell you about my 9 o'clock. So it was a small package, 90 pages, a refinance. And I've done packages for this particular lender before. it was pretty straightforward, right? Location was about 10 minutes from my house. Everything was supposed to be great. Printed the package this morning, went to the appointment. Got to the appointment, everything went smoothly, signed in the appointment, and then went back home since I was only 10 minutes away to scan back the package, and I was going to drop it later. Only to realize when just taking another look at the package and the instructions that there were actually some pages that were supposed to print letter and legal. And the whole package had printed in letter. And I really didn't, obviously, I've done this many times now, and the packages, print letter and legal. But for some reason, my printer had an issue and decided to print the package in all letter, and I didn't necessarily think anything of it. I just thought the package was in letter, all in letter, because I've done packages that were all in letter before. So I really didn't think about it too hard. Actually, let me take that back. I did think it was a little strange when I printed it, and I had went and actually took the PDF and uploaded it to the page sorter on Notary Rotary, just to, if you've ever used it, it'll say when you upload a PDF to it, it'll split the document by letter and legal, so you can see how many legal pages and how many letter. When I had downloaded the package, and I initially I uploaded it to Notary Rotary, and it said it was 90 pages of letter. So I said, okay, 90 pages of letter. So when it printed, I didn't think anything of it. But then, like I said, when I was scanning back, and I went just back through the instructions again for some reason, and went and looked at the PDF again, it turns out that there were mixed page sizes, and the instructions said mixed page sizes. So I'm like, oh boy, I have to do this signing all over. I went and I reprinted it just to see if it in fact was letter and legal, and sure enough, when I reprinted it, it came out letter and legal. It printed out the way it was supposed to be. So at this point, I'm a little flustered. I'm not gonna lie, because I had to call the signer and tell her that, hey, there was a bit of an issue and we have to re-sign. Not only that, I wasn't gonna be able to go right back and do it because I had my next appointment. I was gonna have to do it later, so I was hoping she would be available later. Turns out that she was. I'm actually heading there now. It's about 2:30 to go have her re-sign the pages that were that she initially signed in letter that were supposed to be in legal. So I have to do that and get her to sign, and go scan the package and drop it off to FedEx, all before 4 o'clock. I think 4 o'clock is the last drop on Saturdays, I believe. So yeah, it just goes to show, I think, like I've mentioned before, you have to make sure you are paying extreme close attention to detail. Whatever instructions you're giving, make sure you follow them, and follow them to the T. Make sure your documents print out the way they're supposed to print out. Make sure you have everything you need. Make sure the order is correct, and other things. But I learned, obviously learned another lesson today. Then on top of that, like I said, the initial signing actually went well. But one thing that I observed in this particular signing is that the signer was very fast. She was a fast signer, which is interesting, because you want to get through these appointments and you don't want them to take longer than they should. But like, for example, you have some signers that we call readers, because they look at everything and they want to read and understand everything to a T before they sign, and those signings can take longer. this signer was like, she was like racing against the clock to try to, you know, sign everything and be done with it. And while I didn't think it wasn't strange, she was just very fast and she wanted to move pretty quickly, which is okay. But amidst that, she was making mistakes, like missing dates, missing initials, you know, and I had to like constantly, you know, try to catch the errors because she was just moving so fast, you know. And it told me this, or I learned this, right? That as a notary, as a loan signing agent in these appointments, like I said, obviously you don't want them to go longer than they should, but you want to take control of the signing. Taking control of the signing is not, you know, being, you know, pounding the table or, you know, being rude. It's still being, you know, nice and obviously, you know, having, you know, being focused on them, you know, having good customer service. But it's also the fact of when you establish a flow and a process for how your signings go, that you don't allow the signer to disrupt that unnecessarily to the point where, you know, there are mistakes being introduced. You know, you want to limit the mistakes, you know, because ultimately, yes, we do go back through, and you should flip back through your package at the table after the signer signs and make sure nothing was missed. You can avoid many mistakes by just pacing the signing in a way that, you know, everyone is thorough. You know, again, that's not going slower than you need to, but it is going at a pace that will allow you to sign accurately. You want to sign completely and accurately, you know, to the specifications that are given you in the instructions and in, you know, per the lender's requirement. So just, you know, this has been a day of, you know, lessons, you know, things that I already knew, but just things that I needed to be reminded of as a loan signing agent. Good experience nonetheless, but obviously I hope that you can take some value from this. I'm just minutes away from going to re-sign with this borrower. Fortunately, she was very nice. I was a little worried that she might snap on me because of the issue, but you know, it's all good. I should be in and out hopefully relatively quickly, and then be able to scan the package and drop it off. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Re-sign done, scan back completed, package dropped. I'm going home, y'all.